But it is really nice how I'm not being treated like an idiot. Actually, talking about being treated like an idiot, I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like Lucilla from Wuthering Waves, is because she's hasn't really done anything other than tell you, like, be Captain Obvious and be like, hey, look, like, something happened in this story, and then Lucilla spoon feeds you what happened in the story, as if you're, like, too dumb to understand what Sakrika's problems are. And they're like, oh, well, we're gonna have Lucilla here to tell you all this stuff about Sakrika's problems. And as soon as like I don't need that. I'm not that dumb. I'm dumb, but not that dumb. That's what I actually like about this game and older games, that the older games don't treat you like an idiot. I would have liked it if WuWa made the characters more involved before releasing their patch. Yeah, exactly. Before the release patch, yeah. Maybe she'll get. I'm not sure she'll get proper introduction. Right now, she's a filler. She's a filler character. She's not even an important character. She's the principal of the school, whose entire purpose of her. She's a caricature. She's not a character. She's a caricature because the devs think you're too dumb to understand their storytelling. At least that's what it feels like. I don't like it at all. There's also one of the things I was complaining about Chisa last stream, I think it was. We met Chisa for a good 5 minutes and then she grayed off. And those 5 minutes, she was nothing like the Chisa from back in Honami. She was like a completely different, like a robot. Completely two-dimensional. Hopefully that changes. We got a new world, at least somebody new for the world building of Wuthering Waves. I'm not sure about they're going to work on the story building of Wuthering Waves. Can't remember who the guy who wrote the 3 bodies. He's now working on the game. Hopefully the game gets better. Hopefully it doesn't turn to fanfic. I don't expect every chapter of WuWa to be good, but 3.0 and 2.8 weren't the best. 2.8 wasn't that bad, but 3.0 was really not good. The 3.1 I loved 3.1. 3.2 is like, it's pretty good. I like it. I just don't like Lucilla. That's my only complaint to 3.2 so far, just Lucilla. 3.1 in the Carthia fight shows how much they can make amazing stories, but yeah, I just feel like the writing group has some problems. Yeah. When I started WuWa, I went in there with kind of mid expectation. Well, no, I went in there with somewhat high expectations. Like I said, I watched Asmongold play the first 10 minutes. And when I say the first 10 minutes, he got over to Joue's statue after you wake up from the introduction, and that's where I stopped watching. I didn't even know Crownless was coming up right there, then and there. And I loved Huang Long. Really, I liked Renacida a lot. I saw some cracks in Renacida, but overall it's pretty good. But then those cracks that are in Renacida were in full force in 3.0. Even short in the Black Shores, when we went to the Black Shores, it was a very quick. The Black Shores chapter is a very short chapter, and felt very rushed in parts. Yang Yang and Chishia weren't supposed to be super friendly and more stuff. Yeah, they weren't. I did see that in the beginning. The most friendly of them was Yang Yang, but she was still like, "Whoa, that's. I'm not sure about you, buddy." Through should not have been friendly with the Rover after he absorbed Crownless. But Chinese players complained about that their waifus were too cruel. Honestly, I didn't mind that. That was kind of like a who cares kind of thing. I kind of expected from a gacha game. What I liked about Huang Long was the majority of it. I liked the fight with Jian. I liked going up to Dreamless, where Yang Yang stays back to sacrifice herself, but she doesn't sacrifice herself, she survives. I like that part where Scar kidnaps Yang Yang, stuff like that. I was thinking like Chishi and stuff. I do wish that there were a little bit more. Yeah, I don't like how like the player base likes just friendly characters, because that's my biggest complaint with Genshin Impact. How everybody in Genshin Impact is your best friend, and I don't even care about them. I don't know. She's not. No, I don't think she's getting a rerun anytime soon. I have not seen it. It's been like a year now without a Jinshi rerun, and with no real hint that we're going to get another one soon. We've gotten quite a few Zanny and Phoebe reruns, though. You know what I mean? I think we've gotten a bunch of those. Yeah, they've neglected Huang Long as a whole. And now they're neglecting. I think they're going to neglect Renacida as well. Like, Huang Long did not get neglected during the event quest, where we got to go into that Sonorosphere, to that party in the mansion with Lumi. At least they remembered the Jian, Yinlin, and Jinshi there. And they released like golden tokens like HSR, where you claim characters for free. I think another thing WuWa can do is actually something I will talk about with Genshin Impact. Yes, that's right. Genshin Impact has done yet another thing correct. I'm talking about specifically We have 2 pure rerun banners on right now. I think WuWa needs to implement these. Like, every once in a while, when clearly the story is not up to par. For example, between 2.8 and 3.0, do you know what we could have used there? Pure rerun banners from characters from either Huanglong, Rinasida, the rerun banners for Zanny and Phoebe. I feel we've gotten so many of them in comparison to other characters. So there's 4 of these. We now got 4 Zanny rerun banners. And Zanny always reruns with Phoebe. After 2 regions, they put older region characters available anytime they claim, like in Limbus. Only special units you gotta wait for in the banner, but most of the IDs are available at all times. Yeah, see? We've only ever gotten 2 Jinshi banners. Her release banner and her rerun banner. Almost a full version apart. Yep, three banners for Lupa. No, Jian's only got 2. We have not seen Jian since 1.3. Yinlin also only 2 banners. 2 banners. Okay, he's got 2 banners and they've been fairly close together as well. 1.2 to 1.4. And the rerun banners we got with her. 2. I think Changli got a rerun during Renasida's plotline, so I think she's gonna have 3 of them as well. Are you a 3-fer? No, 2-fer. Wow. So yeah, they need what Kuro Games needs to do. Let's pop something up here. So let's make a theoretical roadmap for Kuro Games. So here, new character banner, alright? After that character banner, because Grand Carnival is going to be on the 29th, so we have that right here. And we have 3.3 right there for our next big update, because this Carnival is going to give some sort of break. Then Moon Chasing Festival, because that's when it would be. And we're going to have Huanglong reruns. Whereas Grand Carnival, you're going to have Renasiden reruns. You're going to do the next 3.x update. And then in between 3.x and the winter event, you gotta have a fall event. The winter event, which is gonna be for December. So these seasonal events that you don't have to make super complicated. They just have to be fun. Like I said, Moon Chasing Festival, the Renascent Grand Carnival, you don't have to have some sort of dragon causing problems or a Tacit Discord or Fraxidus. Just have characters having fun. Maybe a few Tacit Discords shake their fist at the locals. And you gotta go slap them about. That's how I feel the roadmap should be set up. So we have bam, boom, bam. Like, I feel this would be a way to not only give the main story stuff a chance to... They're trying to work on the story between the events. They're not being completely jerked around by that. Everybody wants to see the Moon Chasing Festival return. Everybody wants to see the Grand Carnival return. I think people really enjoy seasonal events. In Genshin Impact, they have together Windbloom, the summer event, which is like Golden Apple or Archipelago or something. They have Lantern Rite, Sabzeruz, and the one in Izuma. And not just that, I remember back when I played, the winter event always took place on Dragonspine. So that's 6 seasonal events that you don't have to make serious. It's probably one of the reasons why Genshin Impact is still a good living game at this point. Seasonal event. Those kinds of things help your game so much. They can't be underestimated because look at Genshin Impact. They do that every year. And I don't think they miss those things. So really, WuWa is here actively kind of killing their game as really their main quest, nothing in between. Which ends up having a very rushed story. And like we saw in 3.0, not very good. So I think this is what the roadmap should look like. I have no idea what WuWa's roadmap looks like. This gives you breaks in between your main quest to make your main quest good. Does that look like a good roadmap? I feel I think every single WuWa player would enjoy this. Like, I don't think this is like something like a personal complaint. I feel this would actually help the game a lot. Give the devs. In fact, the devs right here have 3 things in between each other that help. Games rely on FOMO and unpredictable banners to make players open their wallet. Yeah. I know, they love using FOMO, and that's one of the things I've always hated about gacha games. Pretty generous with their pulls, but we do need characters to rerun to spend them on too. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. Like, the Moon Chasing Festival is a perfect time for characters like Jinshi, Jiyan, Zhangli Yao. No, it also gives, like, a reason to go back to Huanglong. Like, I have not been back to Huanglong since Renasida. It's been a very long time. I've had no need to go to Huanglong. Sagrika's quest can be considered a fest event. Exactly. Just like Zhangli Yao's. The thing is, a lot of Sagrika's quests is feeling a companion. Oh, yeah, it's also right. Companion quests. We need the companion quest back. The companion quest added so much to the game. The companion quest adds so much to the story. So adds so much to the world building and stuff. Yet, the last companion quest I remember is Zanny. Actually, just check that out real quick. What is the latest companion quest? Last one was Zanny. I was right. Good, great. It's been so long since we got companion quest. Where's Shorekeeper's companion quest? Where's that? Everybody loves Shorekeeper. Look at this. Look at this. Where's our Augusta? Where's our Lupa? This one. This was an event quest. This should have been a companion quest. This is technically a companion quest. I loved this event. I don't think it's available. I think it's you miss it kind of thing. Officially, this is our last companion quest. This plays a companion quest. This plays like 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 a companion quest. So really, so then we've had all, and I think we've all seen it. This is where the story was fractured the most. In WuWa's story writing. All of this is very fractured storytelling. The worst part of it is this part right here. Almost a whole year since a companion quest. Shouldn't just chill only if it wasn't main story. That's the thing. It's still playing a companion quest. But from an official companion quest, it's been at least around 300 days. So almost a whole year since we've gotten a companion quest.
Anything I can help.
And that's not really acceptable in my view. Companion quests add so much to the world building that don't end up having fractured storytelling with all of this. When I talk about companion quests, I mean one-on-one with a character, and you go through something and you learn about that character. For example, Zanny. We learned she was born during the Dark Ages of Renacida, and she was born during a time of lots of crime. As she got older, she became a Batman and stuff. And we go through the pipes and we fight a mafia and deal with that mafia with Zanny. That's what I'm considering a companion quest. That's how this event worked out. We went through
but I doubt they can predict
Chacona's past. We learned about Chacona's past, present, that she was actually once an exiled fool. She was exiled from Renacida because of her music. Luke, the only reason he gets the past because of how the story plays out. Only me and Luke are supposed to know about the Fractidus members. And maybe some other trusted individuals like Shorekeeper down here. The rest of them don't get that excuse. Shion should have been companion quest. The rest of them should not be playing like companion quest. The thing is, all these events add a break in between the main quest. Same thing with companion quests. Companion quests add a break in between quests. If you guys have anything to either add to this or change from it, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I think this is a very fair thing to ask for in a roadmap for Kuro games when it comes to Wuthering Waves.